Hello. Welcome to the We Don't Judge podcast. I'm gonna get through this without laughing one time. This is episode 17. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, follow. We on Instagram at We Don't Judge, I think. And we on TikTok as We Don't Judge Pod.
Yeah.
I think
We're gonna get that.
we'll double check it.
Yeah, we'll get a board. You're gonna put up here, have everything in there. I guess this week is Lady Aspen. Lady Aspen has so many hats. She is the founder of Houston Black Munch. She does submissive schools, a submissive study hall.
Submissive study hall.
Okay, there we go. Submissive study hall. She's a mom. She's a mom. She teaches submissives how to submissive.
Kinda.
And a bunch of other shit. Aspen, what do you do?
What don't I do? What don't I do? No, I'm just kidding. I don't do a lot of things, but I do a lot of things. I am a certified DM with the Team Dungeon team. I also teach Dungeon Monitor, CPR certification, and Space Guardian training. Shout out Red Room Dallas. Our next DM training and Space Guardian training will be at the end of this month, actually, October 25th and 26th.
I'll be on the 26th.
So, there you go.
Being that's not me.
It's all right. It's all good. We enjoy it and we look forward to seeing you. Goodness, I do event hosting. I do high protocol dinners, teas, brunches, munches. Event hosting, curating. I do public speaking, especially in areas of consent and safety, because consent and safety are a must.
It is a must.
For all the people. So
and she's also also in leadership with Houston the Urban Kinksters.
There
too.
you go. Shout out Houston Urban Kinksters.
Keeps my ideas from being too wild.
I do. I'm the bumpers. I'm the safety bumpers. Like, oh, okay.
So, Aspen, what got you aroused this week?
You know what? Voices.
Voices?
I'm an ASMR person.
Okay.
You have a
And
great voice.
Thank you. I have heard it. I don't hear it the way other people hear it.
Yeah, it sounds
Well, yeah.
weird to you.
It does.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound as sexy to me, but there are definitely a few folks out there that can thank me for their nut of the week, because apparently the voice does a thing, and I'm like, okay, sure, you like it, I love it.
I can see it. I am upset. That's one of the things I don't have in my little bag is like the voice, because I see the little talk to it videos, or I see like, oh girl, his voice, he just and I ain't got it.
Are you sure you don't have it? Because sometimes it's not necessarily like what the voice is doing, but it's what you're saying and how you're saying it, like your pace. How fast are you talking? Slow it down. Sometimes it's how deep.
I don't know,
it varies. It varies.
Yeah,
She's doing the
So-
thing right now.
I do know.
So those, like I said, that's my
I do
voices.
know I have a
ASMR,
quote,
please.
daddy voice.
Okay.
That when I was told that, like, because I'm not a brat tamer, but I do discipline. And when you be moving around too much, my lord, you be like, you use this little voice, and then it. So I don't know how that works out.
See, that's what I mean. You have it. You just have to find where your sweet spot is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I guarantee you, my mom voice is not sexy.
Man.
It's a snap right
a
now.
thug.
Yeah, I don't like that voice so much. I don't want to bring that voice
No.
into a kinky situation, because it's gonna kill the whole thing.
Oh, I told you. I've been
Also
in your
known
house
as my
with your
DM. Right, you have. Yeah, I was like, actually, you have. You've
kids.
witnessed it.
Ooh, she must have to
Yeah, I was about to say, it's
Please
like, hey.
Please, baby,
But,
don't run.
but then we're going to shift. And when we're in the moment, you'll find your space. You just got to practice it.
I'll
You got to practice
get
it.
around to it.
Yeah.
Sherry, what else? What got you hot? Got you this hot this week?
Aside from it, like for real,
Yeah.
3 out of 5 days this week, I just was watching her. But you know what it is? There was a video I saw of her, of Miss B Nasty,
Mm-hmm.
years ago, to the point where I had downloaded it from the porn website to my phone, so I wouldn't have to go search for it.
I have done
That
And then,
I
like,
have
my
done that.
phone, right? But then, of course, you know, your phone gets the bugs and everything like that, and it crashes. So I don't have the video anymore. And I went looking for it, and I can't find it. So I just ended up watching everything she's been doing for the last 3 years.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a whole lot.
I was like, oh, shit.
you remember Tumblr,
It's
right?
sexy though.
Yeah.
Sexy.
All right. It was one dude on Tumblr. I think his name was Killer Gaddafi or some shit. I don't remember his name. He's from Houston, actually.
Okay.
But so he used to like upload these little like porn links with it, right? I have a laptop that's in my best friend's closet that I want to get that hard drive for multiple reasons. I got pictures of my baby from when he was like real little. I got old recipes on there. But one of the things I really want to get off that hard drive, I had this folder of the greatest porn fucking ever. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. I want to get back in that porn folder so bad.
That's hilarious. Skip the
passion,
recipes. Skip the kids.
passion
I need
behind
this
it.
folder though.
Yes, there were multiple reasons before the porn
It
folder.
was,
But just
it
know that
was.
porn folder is in that top 10 reasons why I need to get that laptop. I need to get that hard drive back.
I'm
dog.
here for it. I'm here for it.
What got me aroused this week is that I am doing kinky shit every weekend of October.
Ooh.
Shout out to
Kinktober.
And
Kinktober.
Kinktober is a thing.
It is.
And this year, it really is a thing. I'm like, and it's not, I didn't schedule it this way. It like just kind of happened to fall into place. I think this weekend may be the most vanilla weekend I have. And then I'm beating ass. I'm forcing orgasms. I am pushing people's boundaries. I am doing the things. And I can't wait.
I love it
Like,
for you. Going to hell and back.
I'm looking forward to Fridays. Like, people will be looking forward to Fridays. And I'm like, ooh. So I'm like, all right, it's Friday. But that's because I used to cook. And Friday wasn't the weekends
Friday was your busy time.
Friday was my busy day. I'm like, oh, shit. Fuck, it's Friday.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to Friday.
I say now it's a different busy.
Yeah.
It's a different busy. Yes, it is.
I love it for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun.
So many things. And if I get my new toys today, oh my gosh. It's this, it's a ball on a stick. Sounds very simple.
It's never simple with you.
I went to a Houston Arrows party. No, I went to, what was it called? Kink, it was like a kink meet and greet with all the different clubs in a Houston meeting and Kink Fair. That's what it's
There
called.
we go.
Called
I
Kink
was
Fair.
I was like, Fest? No. Almost there. Fair.
And
Fair. King Fair.
I was watching this impact scene, and this guy pulled out. It was a stick with a pool ball on the end of it, and I was curious, like, what is he gonna do with that? Then he started hitting his partner with the balls. Then he put one ball on the other ball and hit it. It was a loud crack, and she went, ooh. I'm like, ooh, I want one of those. I want that. And
see, ASMR is your thing too.
and so then I asked him where did he get it from. He was like, man, I got on Etsy like a long time ago. Then this other guy, he had it. He was like, he didn't remember where he got it from. And because, like, you know, some toys, there's a name for it, right? Like a flogger is a flogger.
Right.
A riding crop is a riding crop.
Right.
I remember I put the toy up in like the hardest off Discord and somewhere else. What is this called? And somebody was like, oh, it's a ball crop. I put in ball crop on Etsy. Find nothing. I put in a bunch of different variations, whatever. I couldn't find anything. I happened to find a toy maker on FetLife. This is one of the reasons why FetLife is good. I found this toy maker on FetLife, and I was just looking at like the different toys he had, like the floggers, whatever. And then I happened to see it. I'm like, oh shit, you got it. So it's like $20 for one.
Nice.
I bought 2 of them, and
There you go.
it'll be here, and I get to So excited. All right.
I love that for you. That's exciting. Yes, that definitely.
Bouncing in his.
I'm so excited. And like,
Definitely turned him on this week.
I am. And so, like I said, this weekend is the most vanilla weekend I have because I'm going to a munch and then I'm going to a sex toy bazaar. I don't know if I'm going to buy anything. I'm just curious to see what's going to be there.
Let's say maybe you'll find your new ball crop or the next.
I'll find
thing.
the next thing.
That'll be exciting.
Ooh, I was on TikTok. I found my way into sex toy TikTok. And
did not know that was a thing.
TikTok really proves that there is a lid for every pot. There's a top for everything. It's this guy in England, I want to say. And he makes these grinding pads.
Ooh.
So if you like to hump pillows when you was a little girl, this is for you. You can just hump away.
Wild.
It was the
Wild.
that he
Right. I'm like the interactive
You can just grind away.
demonstration.
While I'm here, let me get on my soapboxes. There's this dude. There's a toy maker in Colorado. I don't remember his name. I understand you pay for what you pay for what you get for, right? I get it. He sells the cuffs that attaches you to a St. Andrew's cross or whatever.
Oh, rings, whichever.
Rings or whatever you want to do, right? He just sells the cuffs. That's it. They're leather, whatever. He sells them for like $300 a pair. And I'm like,
do they come with a man?
Right?
Do they come with a woman?
I don't.
Do they come with
anybody?
They need.
Right. They need to come
They
with
need
a
to come
body
with the shit built
for
up. Like,
me.
because why am I paying $300 for leather cuffs? I understand.
I want to research that.
I understand
interesting
why like fiber, leather, floggers are so expensive.
Right.
I understand how you can pay so much money for a sex toy kit. Some of that stuff makes sense. But
and leatherwork can be expensive, but $300 for a cuff?
These are cuffs. You
not like a vest, a jacket, like a cuff?
That is wild, man. And
does it have Bluetooth built in? Like
it needs to. It needs.
I mean, even still,
$300 for the cuff is wild. My nigga, that's are wilding.
This week's you are wilding.
Yeah,
$300.
This is going to be a interesting next couple topics. So the icebreaker this week comes from Cardi B and Offset.
Oh boy. Okay.
So Cardi B was on live and Offset threw in there, you fucked a nigga when you was pregnant.
And did.
And she said and did. I have fucked at least one person while I was pregnant that wasn't my baby. And
got you. Sorry, I was doing the math.
Okay.
Got you. I'm caught. I'm caught up.
So I was talking to Sherry, which I do. Sometimes I miss you because I can't talk. You start potting, so just know you missed. So like I was talking to Sherry, and I was bringing this up because I remember I seen on Twitter, because Atlanta's not a real place.
Right.
Atlanta's not a real place.
I
seen a flyer for a pregnant play party in Atlanta. And so I know men fucking pregnant women that's yours and not yours in general is a thing.
Yeah, it's definitely a fetish. A huge fetish.
Yeah.
Pregnant pussy is lit. I wish I
will admit, I agree.
I wish I could.
Look, I can attest to it twice.
Yeah.
Pregnant pussy is lit. They should bottle that shit up and sell it, my nigga.
Lit it up.
Good God.
Jesus.
Don't know where they would do that at. Not sure where. I want to know where they would do that at, but I'll let you.
I'll pay for it. Like, yo,
and that's why the fetish exists.
That's exactly why.
That's exactly why the fetish exists. Guarantee you are not alone.
In the most non-disrespectful way ever. Because I know when you're pregnant, you're hornier in general.
In general, yeah.
I don't know how to ask the question. So Sherry, you ask it so I don't get in trouble.
Wait, what's the question? Or have I?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how to ask when I get in trouble. So throw it to you.
Okay, so then telling on myself. Okay.
Got
so
you.
that's
Okay.
what he wants me to do.
This is confession time. Got you.
When I have one child. When I was pregnant, you're absolutely right. Like your whole, but it's like we said on the phone. It's not an everyday thing, right? When it's good, it's good. You get it when the getting is good.
Yeah.
Aside from that, if you have a partner or friend who is pregnant, do not touch them unless they explicitly tell you that they want to be touched. That being said, there were days, nights, whatever, when it was like, get in here right now. We need to do this right now.
Mm-hmm.
And everything is all the extra blood flow. It's all the hormones. There's times in pregnancy where you feel the sexiest you've ever felt in your life. And then there's times where you feel the most unattractive you've ever felt in your life. And you need that reminder that this is a part of the journey.
Mm-hmm.
Your body is changing. It will change again. But you are still the woman that I like/love, whatever your situation is at that time.
Right.
So it's a minefield. But that's where communication comes in.
Okay.
Consent comes in.
Yeah.
Unless she explicitly tells you she wants it. Don't be so excited about the pregnant pussy that you're trying to get it and the smell of you is irritating her.
Yeah, absolutely.
I understand. Hey, remember, do not touch anyone unless they tell you they want to be touched.
Ever.
Consent is always a thing.
Always a thing.
The more you know.
There you go. Absolutely. Yeah. And you also have sometimes extenuating circumstances where the pregnant person really wants it but can't.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, endangering a life is never a good look.
Exactly.
So absolutely making sure, absolutely making sure not only that the want and the desire and the consent is there, but make sure that that's not going to be a risk. So
I can't say if I said on the phone yesterday because that would really get us.
Save the YouTube channel. Save the YouTube channel.
The specific question that I think he was wanting me to ask.
Yeah, because I'm still
myself. When I was pregnant, my daughter's father and I were together, and he was my only sexual partner. I never had sex with anybody but him when I was pregnant. And it's not personally my jam. I'll never be in that situation again, so we'll never find out.
Oh, okay.
But,
that part.
Yeah. I don't condemn it, but I also don't advocate for it.
I don't condemn it either.
I'm just
I do want men to stop acting weird about it and be like, oh my gosh, she's a hoe. I have a best friend who I know fucked 2 women that was pregnant. That wasn't his baby.
Mm-hmm.
Like, y'all be doing this shit. But
I mean, she's still a woman, so there's still a thing. It's still sexuality. It's still a thing. Just because you're pregnant with child doesn't necessarily mean you don't have any sexual urges. Right. You don't have any sexual wants, needs. You're still the same person that likes to do the thing that got you pregnant in the first place. Yeah. So and then, it shouldn't be like this big taboo, but of course, without education, there is stigmas. Yeah. So to break down stigmas, get educated.
I know in my case, it was, I'm not gonna say it was a friend. Like, it was friends at the time. And, like, she was just super horny, and I guess the daddy wasn't there, and she like, I need a dick in me. So, damn, that made me sound, I already sound
Well,
I told you.
Well.
I am. Merch coming soon.
Open the shop.
Okay, so the kink of the week this week is water sports. Water sports is a very big genre. It's a genre. It's very big. It can go from simple as fucking in the shower to be peed on. Wait.
Or drinking it.
Or drinking it.
Mm-hmm.
2 very, very long
It's
Wow.
a spectrum.
Different extreme.
It's a
spectrum.
different spectrum, yo. It's a
Different
spectrum.
vibes.
Yeah.
Different extremes.
I have fucked in the shower. I hate movies because in the movies
They lie.
it looks so lit.
They lie.
No, I'm in the back
No, it's not for you.
shivering, trying to give decent back shots because I'm cold. or
wild.
you want to spin me around and now I'm in hell because y'all like the water
water's
is so
hot.
fucking hot.
Man.
I'm getting
Hilarious.
3rd-degree burns here. But luckily for us, we have an expert in water sports.
Do not tell the people that. Do not put that disclaimer out there.
Okay.
I wouldn't say I'm an expert, but it's not my first time. You know, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this.
That is
Kind of
She's
situation.
well-versed.
She's
There
real
you go.
versed.
Well versed. I love it. Not a pro, but absolutely, I love it. I love
So
water
I have
sports.
a curiosity because in the times that I have tried it, sex in the shower,
Mm-hmm.
it's the water just creates more friction
Mm-hmm.
and it's not enjoyable.
Yeah.
How do you get around that or work with it?
I was gonna say, kind of working with it is the goal. First of all, I kind of point the shower head away from the areas where I already have friction. So, for example, if we're doing back shots, I'm not going to have the shower pointed that way. I'm going to instead have the shower pointed down. So maybe it's trickling down my breast or down my back, but it's not in the way. You know what I mean? Like, don't have it directly making contact in the areas where you already have friction. You don't need that. Also, too, I'm a huge lube fan, and so I like hybrid lube. Stays on longer than water-based, but still gives the glide that you need. So that's always a great idea because, of course, the water base is just going to rinse right off.
Yeah.
So it'll stick around a little longer. So incorporating the lubes, don't be scared of them. Incorporate the lubes, have fun. Also, too, I know the movies and TV shows all have the shower on like the whole time. Turn the water off. Like, you don't have to have the water
That
on the
part, too.
whole time.
And I know thought to do that shit.
Yeah. So if it's hot and steamy and stuff like that, you've already kind of done the foreplay and the arousal point. Turn that shit off and do what you're doing.
Light
So
bulb.
that way,
light bulb went off.
Totally
right.
went
Turn the
off.
water off.
so that way is not causing slip hazards. It's not causing unnecessary friction. You know, use the water at times. And also too, if you have the removable shower head where you can actually kind of point, and use that. You know, if you just kind of want to, you know, maybe add a little water to your partner's body at moments during the engagement. Don't have it on the whole time. Unless it's like a pool situation or something where you can't turn the water off. So
Ooh, I do have like
That's my
sex in the
suggestion.
pool.
That I've
I haven't done that in a while. I do it, but I like having sex in the pool.
Yeah.
40 more extreme side with the
Fluid
urination,
bonding.
the fluid.
fluid bonding.
So if you shoot the club up, is that also a water sport?
No.
It is fluid bonding.
It's-
It's a spectrum. I'll be
but
okay.
Yeah.
That's
wet.
That's fair.
Technically.
so fluid bonding is an umbrella
Yeah.
that kind of caps the end of water sport. It's not just because, for example, somebody peed on you doesn't mean you're fluid bonded necessarily. It gets very layered. Very, very layered in regards to, and that's a whole nother umbrella. And I'll be honest with you, that's a piece of the umbrella I'm not actually into. So I like water as an agua.
Yes. Oh, no. Aspen does not want to
Urine,
get peed on.
Yeah, urine is not necessarily my jam, but there is curiosity. So
To
I'm,
get peed on or peeing on someone?
well, peeing on someone, not.
okay.
I don't think I could do it.
No.
I think I would get like
I as a
stage
mom
fright.
have had too many incidences where my kids have ruled that out for me. Like that killed it. I was like, ew, this
Yeah.
is so disgusting. Why did you do this? I was just trying to change your diaper.
Yeah.
Yeah, it killed it for me. So
Bad time.
I tried. I tried to catch it and I missed. And it's like, oh, this is gross.
Oh,
So you learn what works for you in different moments in life. That just wasn't not yucking a yum, but for me, it's not a yum. So,
I just had this. Okay.
but water always is.
Question. So, like, would that be So would spitting be fluid bonding, or would that be?
Could. Is it ingested?
No, just spitting on. Like, so like.
Well, again, the bond has to happen.
I'm not okay.
Okay, I'll go ahead and
He's like, no. Fast forward. Yeah, definitely not for everybody.
It's not for everybody.
Definitely not for everybody.
There are people who like to be peed on.
Yeah.
People who like doing the peeing. Water sports. It's a very wide spectrum.
Very, very wide. But like I said, I enjoy the water.
If you like it, I love it. Yeah. On either side. I like that for you.
Yeah. Don't invite me.
Don't invite me to a shower, but I will fuck you in a pool.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, pools, oceans. I like the sounds. Again, I'm an ASMR person. Yeah. So if you think about it, when you are, doing the thing in the water, there's a whole lot of sounds and commotions. So it plays into a few different kinks for me.
I remember for a long time, I used to want to fuck in the rain. Then I got old, and I get sick a lot easier. I missed that boat. I missed that boat.
Still love rain. Still love rain.
That's hilarious.
Look, if anybody's on my FetLife or checks out my FetLife, you'll see that I love the rain.
She loves the rain.
Yeah, I am quick to do a little fun photo shoot and just relax and have fun outside in the rain. I do have a backyard, by the way. It's safe. I'm not just out in the streets running around in the rain.
Doing a Marion dance.
Hilarious. No, not but definitely loved it. Definitely love that aspect because it is something you can enjoy by yourself or with partners.
Our main topic today is munches. Munches are not like the Ice Spice variety. A munch is it's a meeting in a vanilla space with kinky people. It's kinky people meeting in vanilla spaces.
Absolutely.
That's the best way to describe what a munch is. They're great for building communities, and everything, right? Houston has, now, today, officially, 2 black munches.
Kick off today.
They have Houston Black Munch, which is brand new, and they have Houston Urban Kinksters that meets every third Thursday at Social Bill Garden.
Yep.
I like munches because it's a great space to meet people and to get ideas to do things, to find new play partners, whatever. Go to munch with some kinky people and you're like, oh, you into this too? And it leads to everything else. So Lady Aspen, can you tell us about Houston Black Munch?
I will. So Houston Black Munch kind of draws back to the more traditional munches, which traditionally munches were education points. You wouldn't often go to work and just start chatting up with your coworker about floggers or going to school, talking to your kid's teacher, about the latex fetish that you have. But you could definitely find spaces that would actually talk and discuss topics that would share education and classes. So Houston Black Munch kind of pulls us back to that space a little bit because in the Houston area, there's a gap. There's a huge gap between the kink education that's available and the availability of it in the Black community. So my goal and the goal of the rest of the leadership team with Sergito, Red Velvet Passion, and Coach Feline, the 4 of us are melding Houston Black Munch to be a more centralized space for not only accessing additional education and bringing it to the Houston area, but also the Houston educators that are here, highlighting them and giving them platforms because often they will apply to different avenues and venues to teach and educate, and they are denied for various reasons. I'll just leave it at that. So Houston Black Munch meets on weekends. Right now we are hashing out between first and third Saturdays of the month. And every other month we will either engage in a social meetup or a educational focus. So today is our kickoff munch. at the address that was emailed. RSVPing is a thing because while we definitely want to make sure the community is welcome, we also want to protect those within the space who, you know, like I said, can't necessarily just run to work and be like, oh, I did this thing, and can't be as, you know, open in the streets and stuff like that, and give them a, we call it a SAPE, SAPE space, not necessarily a safe space, but it says SAPE space, which is secured, affirming, empowering. Oh, I skipped P. Sorry. Secured, affirming. I think it's the light to my eyes because literally it's doing a thing with my brain. Secured, affirming. I am going to go out of order because I forgot to P that fast. Empowering and protected space for people to be themselves. Because, of course, what it is that we do is not inherently safe. That's why, you know, there's things like RAC, risk-aware kink. So we can't necessarily guarantee that what it is that you are doing is always safe, but we can at least make sure we secure the environment that you participate and do it in. So, so that's what we're doing.
Yes. Shouts out to Houston Black Munch.
Thank you. Thank you.
Shouts out to Houston Urban Kinksters.
Absolutely.
Too.
Yes.
Awesome things.
You need both. Because you need both. You need the social environments. You need the education too, though. We don't want to necessarily keep going to play parties and events and everything's cool.
Oh my God.
Until a condom comes out. Like that's the only
conversation earlier this week.
Absolutely. That's the only space people are more comfortable in because they haven't done any kind of practice.
No, they only want
rehearsal. Yeah.
Ooh. I hold a question to after the show.
I was excited. I was like, yeah.
It's gonna make a left turn somewhere.
Okay.
And I don't want to do that.
Gotcha.
So how do you build a kink community?
Great question. Start with yourself, honestly. And the reason why I say that is if you don't know what your interests are, you're just going to be out there chasing everything. And that's not necessarily a good look because, again, a lot of people's interests are very personal to them. They're not going to be quick to open up to somebody who is just shooting off everywhere. But it's definitely a lot easier when you know or get an idea of things that you're interested in. How do you do that? You can read some books. You can look at videos. YouTube is definitely a thing. FetLife is definitely full of videos and documentation and information as well. There are events called like samplers that you can go and kind of try out different types of kinks and learn about little kinks here and there that you're interested in. And of course, those individuals who are usually doing the demonstrations will share their contact information. So again, you can start learning yourself, learning you, what you like, what you're interested in. So that way then you can start learning, you know, who the people are to continue to talk to in regards to those areas, not necessarily just running wild.
The way I kind of found my kink community was I'm tired of going to Brooklyn. There has to be Black people that do this here.
That part too.
I found one person like, hey, let's go hang out, and it did a thing, did some little leg work. Okay.
Well, what was the leg work?
The leg work
was tell people what you did because you did a great thing. That's what I was like, tell the people.
So I tried to keep my podcast and HUK separate, right? But I also founded Houston Urban Kinksters. I founded it because I got tired of going to Brooklyn. I'm poor. But I still wanted to do and learn kink, right? And so me, my partner, a person who will not be named, I hope they stub their toe, got together and be like, hey, we're going to invite our kinky friends out to this wine bar. We're going to post it on Twitter and FetLife, and whoever shows up, shows up. That is how Houston Urban Kinksters was born. And from our first munch till now, one of our main things has always been, I always wanted to have a place to where Black kinky people new people to the lifestyle can have somewhere to come instead of I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just running around and do stuff. And founding HUK and with Houston Black Munch, I like the fact that there are a lot of experienced people that's in the community that when you are a newbie, you can just come in and you can start learning how to advocate for yourself.
Absolutely.
Start learning what's proper and what's not proper. So that way, if someone comes to you like, hey, I'm finna beat your ass for 30 minutes, and then, you don't go over there and suck some dick. Whoa, hold on,
not today,
sir.
brother.
If ever. Is that even you? Is that something you're interested in? Be able to say a thing and advocate, if that's not your thing.
And then also with these communities, you can learn who really is in your community, who's really vanilla and who's spicy vanilla. You can pit, or
the people who are in community who may not have a community mindset.
Yeah.
Because there's a difference between being in community and then knowing of community, but just kind of being on some fuck shit too. So,
okay.
Yeah, we definitely have to be mindful of those types of situations and circumstances as well. Because unfortunately, what it is that we do attracts creepers.
Yeah,
so
attracts the creepers.
Yeah, not everybody is always on the up and up.
Yeah.
So
Aspen has better words than I do.
I'm trying.
I know my biggest pet peeve right now is the men that come to the community to try to get an easy fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
unfortunate.
That annoys me to no end.
Yeah.
And I wanted to put a disclaimer, but I was voted down in leadership. No, you can't put nigga don't come here just trying to fuck. Because that is kind of thing we do. But I just really hate seeing dudes just run up, oh shit, oh she freaky, she in this little freak group. Let me run up in. No, that's not how that works exactly.
I mean, we all want to express our humanity, right?
Yeah.
We all have autonomy for who we are, what we like, what we don't. It's just not very respectful to act in that manner towards another human being, male or female. So just because they can don't mean they want you. Just because they want it doesn't mean they want it with you. Mm-hmm. So give time, give grace, give space to actually invest in other people's humanity, then they can see your humanity as well. They can see that you have a want and need, and they may be happy to oblige because you gave them the respectful aspects and time and respectful approach to actually make sure that, they're comfortable with you, that you're a safe person, that you're vettable. Mm-hmm. Being vettable is a thing. Mm-hmm. And by vettable, meaning that I can ask somebody about you and make sure that you're not crazy. I can, say, hey, when was your last STI check? And you don't flip out on me because you're hiding shit or you haven't done the things to make sure that you are presenting yourself as a safe person to the community. Yeah. So, you can actually get a lot of what you want, but you have to do the legwork, and some people are lazy in these streets.
Some people are lazy.
It's amazing to me how many people, male and female, how many people who want to be in the lifestyle or who are new to it that feel like there are some questions that are too personal, as if sex and sex adjacent things are not some of the most personal things you can do with somebody.
Yeah. Right.
But asking about STD, STI triggers, like, oh, I don't want to get in their business like that. Or I don't want to stigma.
No. You should.
You should.
It's going to become your business.
You should be very comfortable.
If you didn't ask.
Yeah.
Like asking about children or, depending on the setting, what someone's real name, a job or whatever. That's what I consider too personal.
Right. I mean, and not even too personal, but it has nothing to do with this.
Yeah. But as far as this,
it has no effect on me.
As far as this, if I want to do something with you, or if I want to, whatever, I may not be like, hey, when was the last time you got tested? well, let me tell you, if I'm not fucking you, if I'm just beating you or like something like that, I'm not gonna ask you when last time you got tested, but I am gonna ask you, hey, what are your triggers? Mm-hmm. What is it you don't? Because I need to know those kind of things. Yeah. Ooh, I'm sorry.
So it's not just me.
No. It's
okay, because I heard it, and that's when I looked up. I was like, "Is it a fly?"
No, it's a fly in here.
Yeah.
And y'all must be catching it on the outside because I'm just like, I don't see anything. But yes,
to piggyback off this, how important is the role of education in keeping people safe?
Extremely important. I can't really stress it enough. Because literally, if you don't know a thing, then you don't do the thing. Yeah. And if the old motto, "Stay ready so you don't have to get ready," can be applied, that staying ready has to do with your education. Yeah. It completely does, because without the education component, your thoughts can't become actions. And when there is a problem or an emergency, you don't know how to respond. If there is a difference of opinion with someone, again, you don't know how to respond. Or you're meeting someone and they're being very overly aggressive and you're not sure if that's their dominance showing or their ego. Again, you're not prepared for what can continue to happen. And sometimes it can have very detrimental consequences for not only the individuals involved, but the community as well. Because, of course, splintering is a thing where we can't really come together because of, the lack of educational differences. So,
I know
very crucial.
When I first started my journey, my ex got mad. And she was like, well, how come you aren't doing this to me? Why you have to go? I'm like, because this shit can hurt you. And I don't want to hurt you. And so, like, when I first got started, that's one thing, like, I took very seriously in my journey. Like, because, I can tie your arms up, but if I don't know what I'm doing and I cut off circulation to your arm, and
pull your shoulder out of socket,
or pull your shoulder, like, you can be hurt. If I don't know where to hit you, I can hurt you. Oh my gosh, I went to they used to be at Numbers. It's like Kiki Tuesdays. They used to be at Numbers, but they moved to somewhere else. I can't think of it right now.
I forgot.
And it was this couple, and they had this flogger, and they was just, doing stuff with the flogger. And I just got to doing an impact scene with my partner. And I was looking, and she's like, TJ, chill out. I'm like, but they're just, like, I gotta go talk to them because they're not doing it. Like, and I went over there, and I was like, hey, how you doing? I see what you're doing here. Can I give you some tips so that way, it doesn't hurt, or like, so you don't hurt your partner or whatever. So I was like, hey, I see you doing it like this on top of the back. Okay, that's good for like a sensation, like once or twice, but you want to focus mostly on the butt. You don't want to hit here in this middle area, and just doing that is cool, but that gets boring a little bit. You can spike, and I was just show them a little. I didn't go in depth, but I did gave him like a quick 1.0. I don't know.
101.5.
I don't know. I gave him like a real quick. Hey,
here's a little catch up.
Yeah, real quick, because I don't want to see you hurt yourself.
That was great community mindset. Like thinking of his partner as well as him, because even the person on top who's topping, or if he was a D type or M type, he can hurt himself. Without. Intentionally, you can pop your wrists, you can hurt your arms.
I've slapped myself with plenty of floggers trying to figure that shit out.
Right, hurt your neck, your shoulder, your back. So injuries aren't good. And of course, hurt can happen in several ways. Yeah. So it's not always physical. Sometimes it's the internal damage too.
And that's the damage I want to minimize. I want to minimize. I don't know what minimate is.
Juice.
I want to minimize. Yeah. Around the whole lifestyle, because I'm in a couple Facebook groups, Telegram groups, and when I go in, I do my whole spiel. One half of the We Don't Judge. I'm founder of HUK, whatever, and I was like, I I want to make I want to bring the Houston lifestyle community together so we can get better.
Right.
Because
as much as possible. Absolutely.
I hate of someone's first experience with BDSM being they go to Hughes and they go for impact scene and end up in a gangbang. And then they're like, yo, I just wanted to get so
now they're traumatized.
And now they're traumatized.
Yeah, they're and they're untrusting. It kills your vibe and your enthusiasm when you can't trust the spaces and the places and the people that you're around. Yeah. It really does.
And then they'll tell somebody else that was thinking about joining, like, oh no, I'm not finna do that. This happened to me, and then that person doesn't.
Right, exactly.
And then the community as a whole in the city doesn't grow.
Right. And to anyone who may have had such experiences, of course, we do empathize and sympathize with you. Mm-hmm. So # trigger warning.
Yeah. Oh, my bad.
You're all good. No. The conversation just kind of flowed that way, but it is a real lived experience, and I wouldn't wish it upon anyone for sure. I can't sit up here and talk about it without mentioning that I've had said experiences. I was new at one point, or starting at one point, or even met somebody who wasn't necessarily transparent about who they were, and ended up in circumstances and situations, even after heavily vetting and asking the questions and, getting the references and all these things, it was just on some fuck shit. And it's like, wow, okay, that happened, so now I have to then put myself back together to work through that and heal through that. So it definitely can be a thing. And yeah, like I said, to those who unfortunately had the circumstance, we still love you. We're still here for you. We empathize with you and sympathize with you. So.
Yes, we are.
Back to you. We are absolutely here for you.
I mean that like we are here for you. Yeah. I'm reading the thing. How do you foresee your munch in the future? Where do you see Houston Black Munch growing and doing?
I see it becoming really a staple. And by staple, I mean like a set location. I really want us to have a space, not necessarily having to go and utilize other allied spaces, but really being able to have our own brick and mortar, have our own boots on the ground, having, the events, yes, but also definitely having the education. Like you said, a lot of people go to Brooklyn, Chicago, Atlanta, Philly, LA. Houston is plenty big. We can have our own community here, but it just takes the work and the discipline for somebody to pull it, rein it in, and kind of set it up. So continuing the work, Houston Urban Kinksters, has kicked off, and many others, because there was also like Hack back in the day, pre-COVID, that kind of dissipated during COVID. That was a weekly munch, where they would meet every Tuesday nights every week. So just kind of continuing that work, continuing that effort to actually bring things together. I would love for it to have its own space. I would love for it, to even have its own conference, like we have MSC and Self in Atlanta and Northwest Leather Conference in Colorado. Like, I would love for Houston to have a foothold and be its own entity, but it's going to take some time.
Fetish ball. Oh yeah, like fetish ball in Baltimore.
Yep, there you go. So I would love it to have its own foothold, and for Houston Black Munch to kind of be the stair step for that community building.
I would like for one of my main goals for HUK is because I came into kink during like the pandemic, and I was doing stuff online, but I can still see like I love the way the Black people on the East Coast have their stuff organized, and everyone goes up and down. And my goal is to have something like that for Texas. Like Texas is very connected. Like we already work with people in Austin. We work with Red Room Dallas, and I just want to just keep growing that. And then like, oh shit, I'm going to Houston, and it's more than I'm just going to eat.
Right.
Niggas that come here to eat, I really don't understand that. How the fuck just come Oh, I'm going to Houston. What you gonna do?
Eat.
Let me eat
Everything.
Yeah.
All right,
North
dog.
side to south side.
That shit's crazy. I'm sorry. That random tangent.
Not everybody has it though.
That's
Not
true.
everybody has it. Like I've literally visited places that I expected good food, and I'm like,
and it just went.
where's it at?
I had that experience in Atlanta.
Where's it at? Yep.
There was one
few
place.
spots.
There was one place I went
Few
to in
spots.
Atlanta. The Goods.
Mm-hmm.
Food was amazing.
Mm.
Everywhere else that I went, I was like, this is just not hitting.
Not
Don't
quite
say
the
that too
same.
loud.
Not quite the
Um,
same. I was gonna say there are.
Security. We're not Keith Lee.
I was gonna say there
Don't say that
definitely
too loud.
are. Right, there are pluses and minuses here too.
Right.
There are pluses and minuses
The ones
here
that
too.
I went to, maybe they're.
Right.
I'm sure they're there.
Uh,
It just wasn't around.
But there's
Oh.
other cities
There's other cities.
that unfortunately don't have the culinary excellence that Houston has.
right.
All right.
So it can be a vibe. It can.
I mean, I do like I love the come to Houston touristy rebrand that Houston has done. I don't understand it, but I love it though. People are like, oh, we're going to Houston.
It's, I mean,
Like,
I feel like it's what what everybody has already known. Houston is a melting pot,
Right.
but there was something that happened, and it did happen right after the pandemic. As soon as we were coming out of it,
mhm.
where that voice just got louder,
It did.
and
I loved
people really started to capitalize on it. Like even native Houstonians
Mm-hmm.
started talking to their neighbors of other ethnicities and other backgrounds, and was like, well, let's do this, like these Indian Tex-Mex fusion barbecue places and shit.
right.
It's
you
a
know?
place in the Heights called Cowboys and Indians.
See?
And it is
Mm-hmm.
it is an Indian restaurant that does barbecue and also traditional Indian food. It just had to be called Cowboys and Indians. That shit's dope.
might
They
have to
have
check that out.
They
Yeah.
have non-nachos. So
Definitely
fucking
there.
good,
That's
dog.
my jam.
Definitely there.
That's my jam.
I was
I'll
like
go just for
naan
that.
and butter chicken, but wait, now I can get it in
Yes.
nachos.
Okay,
Oh,
but no, like
Say
even
less.
that, and I feel like that came,
Look,
right after
recording done. I
pandemic
gotta go eat.
Right. But when everybody on social media started like doing these food combo trends, and then you said that triggered me, because like pupusas and butter chicken is like, I'm starving, by the way. I'm like,
Right. I was gonna say, and now
Yeah.
we're,
We almost
look
done.
at we're, and
Yeah.
now we're shifting.
So tips for this week is going to be so much as you can look up in the city. There's Houston Arrows. They meet every Saturday at Rudy Yards. They have an awesome club sandwich and fries. They do. Awesome club sandwich and fries, and it's good education. Houston Urban Kinksters meet every third Thursday at Social Beer Garden. It's also steak night. Might want to bring your own knife though, because they give you this little, it's a thick ass steak. And it's,
It's
little
delicious.
plastic.
It's worth
they give you
it.
like a little.
It's worth every penny.
Oh
It's on
damn!
that shit forever, yo.
Gotta pick it up and bite it.
Hilarious.
So good. What I say?
Houston Black Mud.
Houston Black Munch. Houston Black Munch meets Saturday at a top secret location that's at the RSVP 4
You can follow us online on social media for updates, upcoming events, and Skillshare meetups
at Houston Black Munch.
at HTX Black Munch on Instagram and FetLife and Facebook.
Okay. Y'all on Facebook?
We're on Facebook for the old schoolers. We on Facebook.
Yeah.
You can find Houston Urban Kinksters at Houston _ Urban Kinksters on IG. FetLife is Houston Urban Kink. And on Twitter, it is at Houston Urban Kinksters. And I do post where we're going to be doing the things and
absolutely.
what we have coming up. But you got anything, Sherry?
Tip of the week.
You got a tip? Something?
I'm heavily in one of the spaces that I want to be more involved in. It's just I won't call it resistance, but like it's a group. It's a space for poly kink and all of that. But I'm really, really advocating and pushing for education to be more at the forefront, because there's just way too much fuckery going on, and it's feeling more and more unsafe. And there have been times where I've removed myself from it, but I have a close relationship with the people who are, right there at the forefront. And I'm like, hey, there needs to be more of this. There needs to be more of this. So my tip of the week is, if you don't know where to start looking for the education, looking for the tools and all of that for yourself, reach out. Like, even here, if you find us on YouTube or our Instagram or TikTok or whatever it is, TJ, if we can't get you in the right direction, or if it's a niche thing that you're into, I promise you we know somebody who does and can get you the information. Don't go with the flow until you really have your legs up under you.
Yeah.
Is what I really, really advocate for, because there's a lot of misinformation. Like in the group chat, I'm explaining what the cowgirl term is. Mm-hmm. And there's so many people who don't know, but y'all are actively doing the things. And if you just...
Yeah, I gotta do the things
you gotta
correctly.
Learn. Yeah. Words have meaning.
Yeah.
Words have meaning.
If you reach out to us, if I don't know, I know a person who literally knows every person on the planet.
I promise.
And we'll get you there.
We'll get you the answer. We'll get you there.
So we'll see y'all next time. Remember, life's too short to be miserable. If you're not happy, leave. Mm-hmm. And don't end up in a gangbang on accident.
Right.
That's not a good look.
Interesting outro. Got it.
It always is.
And
but I love it.
If you see P, move. Stay there.
That was a tip for me. That was